Hello everyone! A great physical, intellectual, moral strength, exquisite beauty, longevity. Here are 16 golden reasons to be a vegan or a vegetarian. It's about a vegan world evolution. The first golden reason to be a vegan. You stop the massacre of 70 billion animals per year. The second reason to be a vegan is to save money. When you're a vegetarian, you can save about 190 euros, so you can save much more when you're a vegan. Third reason, golden reason to be a vegan, it gives you exquisite beauty. Fourth golden reason to be a vegan, you have a better physical performance. It was the study of Mr. Fisher of the Yale University. He said vegan people had a better performance. There are a lot of top level athletes who are vegans. Fifth golden reason to be a vegan, the law. Well, in France, the penal code forbids the mistreatment and torture of animals, so in the slaughterhouses, the killing of animals is not tolerated by the law. So, the sixth golden reason to be a vegan is history. Our ancestors, the first humans, were vegans, so you have to refer yourself to the International Vegetarian Union, who say that the greatest naturalists give us this information. The seventh golden reason to be a vegan is that veganism can prevent, stop, and reverse many of our the diseases of our civilization. You have to go see the work of Dr. Michael Greger and his book How Not to Die. So the vegan doctors say that diseases like cardiovascular diseases, cancer, diabetes, hypertension, obesity, etc. can be stopped and reversed. Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn, he says the vegan diet is the only diet that can stop and reverse cardiovascular diseases. Dr. Kim Williams, Dr. John McDougall, Dr. Neil Barnard, and the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. Dr. T. Colin Campbell, who wrote the China study, he made the most extended 40-year study on the relationship between disease and our diet, and he said that eating animal products, meat, etc., in the long term provoke cancer and cardiovascular diseases. Dr. Dean Ornish, he studied the vegan diet and said that the telomeres, it's on our DNA, get longer, so we can live longer with a vegan diet. And Mr. Dan Buettner of the National Geographic said that the blue zones, where people live the longest and the healthiest, they eat, the common point is that they eat a predominantly plant-based diet. The eighth golden reason to be a vegan is that yoga tells us that the vegetarian vegan diet gives us an emotional balance. Acupuncturist Heather Lonsbury says it gives us good mood. Ninth golden reason to be a vegan is that gives us an intellectual strength. Albert Einstein was a vegetarian. He said if everybody went vegetarian, it would change the destiny of humanity, and that nothing could better increase the chances of survival of life on Earth than going toward a vegetarian diet. Who else is a vegetarian? Thomas Edison, who made the light bulb. Nikola Tesla, who created alternating current. He predicted the existence of smartphones, and thanks to him we have the motors of the smartphones. Nobel Prizes like Mr. Raman, Mr. Wald. Mr. Raman, it's thanks to him that we have the motor of our hard drives. Studies were made and found that children who ate a vegan diet had a better IQ than children who were omnivores. 10th golden reason to be a vegan: science. The naturalists tell us that our teeth and our intestines look like those of herbivores and not carnivores. The long intestine allows us to digest vegetal products, whereas the short intestine of carnivores allows them to evacuate the meat that putrefies in their body. Okay, so the 11th golden reason to be a vegan is geography. The maps of the greatest diseases of our civilizations, like cancer, cardiovascular diseases, superimpose itself on the map of the developed countries where people consume the most meat, animal products, etc. The 12th golden reason to be a vegan is the environment. We have an environmental emergency. We have all the natural catastrophes are worse and worse. There are more fires, more the ice caps are melting, more floods. Millions of people are going to have to migrate because of the sea level rises. The SciWi, the Stockholm International Water Institute, tells us that in 2050 we all have to be vegetarians because there will not be enough water for 10 billion people. People are already 40% of the world is already suffering of a lack of water for 1 month every year, which is a catastrophe. In India, in 2050, India will only have half of the water they need. So they are revitalizing the rivers with by planting trees, but I mean we are all responsible for the rise of the temperature of the world. Okay, so the 13th golden reason to be a vegan is indeed to avoid poverty, wars, and famine, because of climate change. Some countries, under the tropics or under the equator, they suffer the most of drought, lack of harvests of crops, like countries like Syria, Rwanda, Sudan, Afghanistan. You know, it creates the lack of harvests harvest of crops create political instability, wars. So we have to stop that, and in the future the wars can become generalized, and there can be world wars because of lack of water, lack of crops, migrations. So it can really be a catastrophe for our grandchildren. And many predictions tell us that we have to the world is in danger in the future. The 14th golden reason to be a vegan is wisdom. Many philosopher means to love wisdom, were vegans like Epicurus, Seneca, Plato, Socrates, and others. Plato and Socrates, during their time already, they were looking at the cattle and the cows, and they said, "Oh, we need so much extended land if we eat meat." So they said it's not possible to feed everybody like this. So 15th golden reason to be a vegan is spirituality. The spiritual masters tell us to be vegetarians or vegans, to have a predominantly plant-based diet. For example, Jesus Christ in the Gospel of the 12 apostles that are in the library of the Vatican, he says we should stop the sacrifices of flesh and blood, because if you do not, the wrath of the Lord will not stop in you. Other spiritualities like Hinduism, Buddhism also tell us to be vegetarians or have a predominantly plant-based diet. The 16th golden reason to be a vegan is our creator circuit. You can go see the book of vegan shaman Laurent Hugli. He's a Swiss shaman, and he says yes, we have more energy when we are vegans, and we can help our families and create positive projects and deeds when we are vegans. Mahatma Gandhi and Reverend Martin Luther King were vegetarians or vegans, and they fought for justice, liberty, equality, and Rosa Parks was the mother of freedom, was a vegetarian or a vegan, and vegans have created a lot of things. So greatly creative people. You have Bill Gates, Richard Branson, the Beyond Meat, Mr. B. Stone of Twitter. Well, all these people are vegetarians or vegans, and that they are creating vegan burgers, plant-based proteins. Okay, so don't forget to get information about the vegan diet. Well, you have to consult your vegan doctors. Be careful with the vitamin B12, vitamin D, omega-3s. Be careful not to have nutrient deficiencies. Okay, so we are all responsible, each one of us, of the future of humanity and the planet. So we can all make a difference, and all of us count in saving our grandchildren and the planet. This was a message of the International Vegetarian Association. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best. Bye.